Hello, and welcome to that week here on the Real DVD Watchers. On Thursdays, it's me, Tom. I'm kind of drunk. Fuck. So let's just review this movie. So the movie that I've chosen to review today is John Carpenter's newest one. And yeah, it's sad to say that a great horror director, like John Carpenter's best days are behind him. That's kind of sad. But yeah. But nonetheless, though, this movie wasn't written by him, so it's not a whole bunch of fail on his behalf. You can only work with what you got, and that's clearly what it did here. The movie in question is The Ward, starring, of course, what the fuck's her name? Amber Heard, Mamie Gummer, Danielle Panabaker, Laura Lee, Lindsay Fonseca, and Mika Bordem. And basically what it's about, so this girl named Kristen, who first thing we see her, she's running through the woods, and she comes to this little farmhouse and she burns it down. And of course cops come, they take her away to this insane asylum, and there's all these different girls there, and they start to learn that things in the insane asylum aren't really what they should be. I mean, the girls are just appearing one by one. No one's really saying anything about it. And the more therapy sessions Kristen goes into, you slowly start to learn that maybe there's something more to Kristen than meets the eye, and that all these girls really have a big secret that they're hiding. My hair is all sandy uppy at the back. But nonetheless, though, the girls, they all start to realize that there's something that they're hiding. And it turns out that these girls killed this one girl named Alice, who they claim to be bad. And Alice is haunting this psychiatric ward which they're staying in. Yeah, that's the basic premise of this whole movie. Yes, there is a big twist at the end. The twist kind of comes out of left field, and you're like, what the fuck? But it does make sense as to why Kristen is there. But still, yeah. The twist is Kristen is actually a part of Alice. And Kristen is Alice's part that kind of dealt with what happened with her in back in when she was raped repeatedly in that farmhouse that she burnt down the original. Kristen is kind of like just this blank slate. So she's and the second character like Zoe, who's this like reclusive little schoolgirl, Iris, who is like this really cool and really hot nerdy artist chick. And then there's, what the fuck's her one name? The redheaded bitch. And then there's also this other blonde-headed bitch who kind of looks like a lesbian. But yeah. But all of Kristen's interactions are just Alice trying to deal with what's happening, and her personality trying to cope with what's happening as the real Alice is trying to kill them all off one by one. Which, is interesting in that, I really think that the way how it was all went about was totally wrong. Howard Berger and Greg Nicotero did all the prosthetics. There's not much prosthetics in this. Really, there's a throat slicing scene. Really, that's the only real big prosthetics. And also an axe being buried into undead Alice's chest. But just for the most part, the gore didn't really look that great. The storyline, nah. The acting kind of weavers in and out. I mean, really it's the writing that this movie suffers from. This movie was written by brothers, I know that. Michael and Sean Rasmussen. Yeah, these guys suffer from poor writing. I mean, they just kind of put you into these things go, go, go. I mean, they don't really explain why Alice is trying to kill them all off one by one, except for the fact that, these girls killed Alice, but then it's okay, then why the fuck are you after Kristen? It doesn't really make any sense that you're after Kristen when Kristen didn't do shit to hurt you. So really, they're just kind of yep, we're just going to do this at this time, we're going to do that at that time, and this way it's going to go. If you don't like it, too fucking bad. Yeah, you need to kind of fill in the story, or else you're going to have loopholes. And yeah, try not to bring it in altogether at the end, because you're kind of oh, we need to tie it together. Hey, how about let's make the girl just fucked up? Yo, it seems like a good idea. Yeah, no, it's not a good idea. There is one cool death. That involves a lobotomy, which is probably the best death in the whole entire movie. Otherwise, though, the deaths kind of feel lackluster. And also, when the girls are when Kristen first tries to escape with the one blonde-headed bitch, it's just who the fuck puts a vent behind a toilet? because they're crawling through these vents at one point, and the one entrance to the vent is behind the fucking toilet in the girl's bathroom. What the fuck's that? And also, the head nurse chick is really channeling Nurse Ratchet from One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. You're like, okay, bitch, look, there's only one fucking Nurse Ratchet, and how about you fucking calm your tits and realize you ain't fucking Nurse Ratchet? Because guess what? No one's Nurse Ratchet but Nurse fucking motherfucking Ratchet. So yeah, yeah, that was my moment there. But yeah, so if I had to give The Ward a rating out of 10, it would definitely get like maybe a 5. It's an average movie. Carpenter has done worse. Ghosts of Mars, if anyone remembers that piece of shit. But there's still definite work to be improved upon. I would like to see Carpenter kind of return to his own form, you know, write and direct something again, because Carpenter is a great fucking director. He's a great horror director. And, you know, a true testament of that is, of course, Halloween. But then there's also my personal favorite John Carpenter movie, The Thing. But nonetheless, though, you know, it would be nice to see him kind of return to form in that way. So, yeah, that's the review for this week, guys. Thanks to everyone who watches and subscribes, as always. You guys rock, and I am drunk, and I'm going to go to bed because I have to get up and work in the morning. So, yeah, I will catch you guys later.